Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, December 7th, 2020. Precipitation for the past 14 days is shown here. It's been a pretty dry couple of weeks across the Great Basin with much below normal precipitation observed region-wide. Snow for the past 72 hours is shown on the left. We really haven't had much to speak of. And then our snow depth on the right showing where we are so far this year, this water year. Western Idaho and western Wyoming are the areas that have seen the most snow so far. This morning's satellite imagery is showing a little low over southern California here, just bringing some cloud cover to southern Nevada, but for most of the region elsewhere, generally sunny skies underneath the impacts of this high pressure just to the east. Continuing mild conditions and generally sunny skies, like I said. This is contributing to not great ventilation rates or air quality, and that will remain the case through the bulk of the work week. So we do see continued dry, warm, stagnant air across the Great Basin, and so that's going to keep ventilation rates low. Light winds in place over most of the geographic area today, and low mixing heights across the north, slightly higher over southern Nevada where that little low pressure is still in place. On Tuesday, more of the same. The low continues to move a little bit further off the coast of Southern California, keeping ventilation rates low as we still remain under the impact of that of general ridging. Low wind speeds continue over the region on Tuesday with low mixing heights across the north and slightly higher across southern Nevada. By Tuesday, we begin to see a little bit of change. A little shortwave trough moving through Idaho here, bringing some cloud cover. Not really looking for much in the way of precipitation. This is just a little weak front here. Ventilation rates still stay pretty low across the area. Wind speeds may pick up just a bit across southeast Idaho and portions of northeast Nevada as that little boundary moves through. But mixing heights are still fairly low across the north, even into western Nevada and much of Utah, just slightly higher right along that boundary. Clearing index for the next couple of days shown here for today and Tuesday. It's just not very good for any kind of smoke dispersion out there. The 3-day precip totals take us through Thursday. Really just looking for some precip over the central Idaho mountains and eastern Idaho with that little boundary moving through by Wednesday timeframe, but dry for the most part elsewhere. On Thursday, drier air returns to the Great Basin. We will see ventilation rates pick up or increase a bit across the central portion of the geographic area. And then on Friday, we'll begin to see some more significant changes coming to the Great Basin. We'll see a trough move through on Friday into Saturday, bringing some gustier winds out ahead of that trough, clearing out the air and making way for some precipitation. And so that's really the change starts on Friday. We can see here some moisture moving in, even to Nevada and northern Utah for the most part. Not much of this is going to get into the south, and of course Idaho will see some precipitation. But ventilation rates are really increasing on Friday. Ventilation rates will stay high across the east on Saturday, as we'll continue to see some cooler northerly flow moving in and some lingering precipitation across the north. Sunday looks like a little bit of a break day for precipitation. Ventilation rates are fairly low across the north, but higher over northern Nevada and still not great across the south. Precipitation totals for days 4 and 5 taking us into the weekend are shown here. So best chance for western Idaho and southeast Idaho, but we will see some precipitation in that Friday to Saturday time frame over the northern Utah mountains. The extended forecast for the 14th through the 20th, calling for above normal temperatures mainly across the northwest here, but all across the Great Basin. And then above normal chances for precip across the northwest as well, including Idaho and just skirting northern Nevada here. Still staying dry, expect to stay dry across the south. But looking at the models, it does seem like we are going to be getting to a more active weather pattern where we will see more frequent cold frontal passages and storms. So hopefully we'll see our snow totals start to increase and get a chance to possibly increase our precipitation. So it looks like there is a little bit of a shift that way. And this concludes today's smoke dispersion briefing. Please check back on Wednesday for the latest update.